Hi guys, this is Nunu, and I'm going to discuss Thought Journal 2 for weeks 1 and 2, the scientific method, which is 1,500 words and 120 points. Okay, scrolling down the screen, we see a photograph of Angela Gelly-Robal, who was Hitler's half-niece. She is a not well-known figure in history to the general public, a minor figure, but her story is very interesting. And we're going to use Gelly to conduct a scientific method thought experiment. Okay, so let's begin with our timeline. Post your work by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday during week 1, which is this week, and then respond to what 4 peers write by 11:59 p.m. on Friday during week 2. Please do not begin to post your responses to what peers write on Friday. You need to post before Friday because we need to conduct a discussion. Okay, so you need to be on top of this work. Next week during week 2, when you begin to respond to 4 peers, do not begin on Friday. Please begin on Monday. Okay, let's start with our overview. The scientific method is a way of thinking about entities that we can perceive through current technology, mathematics, or the 5 senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell. It has 5 steps. Wonder, pose a question about an issue. 2, present a hypothesis, a possible answer to the question about the issue. 3, test the hypothesis inductively through observable phenomena, facts, eyewitness testimonials, and other evidence to determine if the hypothesis is valid or true. 4, accept the hypothesis as valid or not valid according to what you learn in step 3. And step 3, of course, is testing the hypothesis. Step 5, act accordingly in regard to the hypothesis. You accept it as valid or not valid. Now, in school, you may have used the scientific method before, and you may think it is limited only to scientific experiments that do not involve people, but that is not the case. We can use it for any entity that we can perceive through current technology, such as wind. You can't see wind always. Sometimes I think I see it, but we can't see wind. So through current technology, we could perceive wind. Through mathematics, we can perceive black holes. We never see them, but we figure them out through mathematics that they have a body because of their gravitational force. And anything that we can perceive, anybody through the 5 senses, we use the scientific method for. Okay, so let's move down to the directions, okay? Number 1, on the internet, research who Angela Gelly-Robal was, and in a minimum of 1,000 words, 4 pages, use the scientific method to determine if Adolf Hitler, Gelly's uncle, murdered her. Post your work by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday during week 1, which is this week. Okay, so below I have a helpful example for you how to use the scientific method. The bulk of your writing will be here in step 3. All the questions that you need to ask to test this hypothesis, okay? So please read this example. It'll help you. Respond to 4 peers postings by 11:59 p.m. on Friday during week 2. Do not begin responding to peer evaluations on Friday. Begin responding at the beginning of the week so you can engage in a discussion. Please remember that. And write a minimum of 125 words, a half page in each of your responses for a total of 500 words. And of course, if someone responds to your posting, respond. So I have some helpful information down here about Gelly that will help you. Wikipedia is always a fun source to use, but it is not fact-checked. So don't depend on Wikipedia. Look for other sources that seem credible. that have authority, okay? Experts are writing about them, or publications that are respected. As always, I am here in Inbox to answer any questions or concerns you have about this assignment. I hope it will be fun and fascinating for you, and what conclusions we'll draw from the very tragic story of this young girl, Angela Gelly-Robal.